Yes. So
Right.
you said that Narana has 40 plus,
Facilities, yes.
facilities, and currently what you are heading is into L&D is the Kolkata division.
Kolkata means the Howrah, we have 2 units. Kolkata, we are having 4 units in total. So
Mm-hmm.
every unit has a unit L&D who
Mm-hmm.
reports to the regional lead, and regional lead is sitting in the corporate.
Okay.
So we have this structure, and compliance training, mainly we have digitalized more of the compliance trainings. Compliance training consists of your basic life support, then your fire safety, then your POSH, then your grievance redressal trainings and all. So these are into the digitalization mode. We have recently come up with SAP Success Factors, and we have a inbuilt LMS system into that.
Mm-hmm.
And this behavioral trainings and all, we have a classroom training. We have different sets of program for different groups. So nursing, we have particular programs. For administration people, we have different programs. So from junior levels, we have some programs. Then at mid manager level, we have something, and for the senior managers, we have something different.
Mm-hmm.
So also we have few programs that we drive through our learning partners, means industry partners. For example, if you say infection control training, I'm just taking an example. So we have 3M partnered with us as a learning partner. And then if you say in case of any central line trainings and all, we have clinical partners with us lined up.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how we function over and all. So we do a TNA at the starting of each financial year.
Mm-hmm.
So we take up the inputs from the HODs, the functional heads, and
Mm-hmm.
even from the participants themselves also. We have a appraisal system in place. So from
Mm-hmm.
there we collect the feedbacks, what are
Mm-hmm.
their learning needs and all. Then we
Okay.
try to project it to the corporate, and based on that we come up with something.
Okay. That way you all work. Perfect.
Right.
And how do you do the skill gap analysis? Like on what basis, year on year or quarterly?
So skill gap analysis is not very structured right now. It is as per the need of coming from the department,
Mm.
or any which example somewhere there is an issue with the IPSG compliance or the POSH compliance. We try to retrain them, and we see what is the knowledge and all. So
Mm.
there is no such structure in place for a skill gap analysis right now for us. It
Uh-huh.
is based on the requirement coming from the functional HODs or your management or senior management. This is how it's coming. We don't have a system in place right now.
Okay. So what I understand, since the skill gap analysis is not on in place, even the definition of competency would also not be in place, right?
Yes, competency, these things are at place, but very not very structured, I can say.
It is manually currently that we are doing.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So
And
everything is derived from the appraisal process. When we do the appraisal, there is a one-to-one conversation happening between the managers and the participants, means the team members. So there they have an individual development plan placed. So the managers also put their inputs, what he requires in his teammates, and similarly the teammates also can apply. For example, I think my communication should be improved more. So
yeah,
I
so
can keep it posted to my manager. That is my individual development needs.
okay, so that this is basically it is going in two-way process. One is
Right.
the organization level where manager is giving the
Yes.
requisitions, and the second would be the individual development process where the individual or the team
Right.
member can request for his individual development
Right.
process, right? These
Right.
are two
Right.
ways. So
Yes.
and at the beginning of the year when you say that the TNA is discussed, but
Yes.
before that it's like definitely as an organization there would be a goal in terms of TNA, right?
Right. So when we do the appraisal system, there is a smart approach we follow. So
Hmm.
there are few goals we need to create at the beginning of each financial year.
Hmm.
So we follow the smart approach there, and followed that only you have to go for the performance conversation and come up with your learning needs.
Right. So, okay, perfect. I understand this part. So, but then you do not have anything structured that can really define the SMART goals. You do not have any structure where the development, talent development path can be defined, whether the person in his own role, how he can become a leader. Because, like, for example, in your own role, you can also be a leader. right? Where you
Right,
can
there is a
mentor.
career progression path defined from the corporate level and from the regional level also. There are defined set of career progression plans.
But again, it
So
is
we,
manually captured.
yeah, it's manually captured.
Perfect. Now, perfect. This is good. All right. So as far as
And
success factor is concerned, it's just that the digital trainings are being put there and it can be viewed by others
this
and
is
completed.
from the training perspective I am telling, but this success factors is the over and all HRMS solution for us.
All right.
So from your onboarding, then your documentation, then your leaves and everything comes there. Your performance assessment. So everything is there.
Hmm.
LMS is a part of that. It is named as EdSpark for us.
That is but in a very narrow term, which is there. It is just uploading the trainings, right? And viewing the
No, no,
training,
no.
completing the training, and grading system.
Uh, yes, it's a very new system. We have transitioned into just 3 months. From October, we have transitioned. So before that, we had a different kind of software with us. It was built on a cloud platform on Azure. So there we had a separate LMS. Now we are just in a transition phase to just 5 months down the line, we have came up to this platform.
Okay. So, is your organization not looking forward to having a structured definition in terms of skill gap analysis, competencies, SMART goals, and then getting into the training process?
Yeah, smart goals is already in place. The performance assessment
No,
review system is
that
there.
is through the software.
Yeah, that's through the
Okay,
software.
SMART
It's
goal
through
is through
success.
the software.
Yes, smart goal is through the software. These IDP plans are through the software,
Hmm.
and your requisitions that are coming is through the software. It is through the software only.
Okay, so the training requisitions, again, you say is through the software.
Yes.
What is the, you know, I can say challenge that you face due to not having the skill gap analysis in a structured way on the
See,
recorded platform?
right. So what happens is many a times we are having a huge set of workforce. Means currently, if you see the Howrah units only, we are having around 1,600 employees in place. So if you see the overall group, there are around 18,000 employees we are catering to.
Hmm.
So what happens maybe that your need is something different, my need is something different. So coming to on a same page becomes difficult for us
Hmm.
because we do in a very generalist approach that this is the set of nurses, very junior. So they would be requiring communication skills, but maybe somewhat the other has good communication skills. She need to be brushed up on something different.
Hmm.
So their individualistic approach we sometimes miss when we do on a bigger set of sample sizes.
Hmm. 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 So, are there any improvements that the organization is looking forward to implement on this front?
So we have targeted groups, means we are segregating the groups into smaller fragments and chunks day by day.
Hmm.
So post that only we are trying to evaluate. For example, if you see there are levels attached to our designation. So a staff nurse is in a level 3.
Hmm.
So we have separated the programs for level 3 audience. Then for level 4, we are separating the things. So this is how we are trying to manage. But
Hmm.
yes, as I said you, it's not very structured right now because every individual has a different need. So yes, we have started up with few programs. We have some internal programs where we provide reimbursement to our employees based on their learning needs and
Hmm.
whatever their manager is suggesting. We have some programs, but
Hmm.
yes, somewhere or the other, the individualistic approach is still missing, as per my
Okay.
opinion.
Okay. 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 Perfect. So, fine. I got this part. Uh, Actually, we are doing this discussion because we have launched our product in India just 3 months now, and though we are very well versed in Gulf, in Canada, but everywhere the culture is different.
Right.
So the whole process was basically to understand the culture in India, how it is going ahead. For example, our software, it has a complete facility of talent development, right from skill gap analysis to the competency development to the development of the SMART goals, role voice, as you are already having. That if
Right.
there is a junior nurse, what is the kind of skill competency that the person should have. And again, on that, doing the skill gap analysis of where the person stands today. Because as you said, there is more of individualization which is required. There would be 40 nurses, but then some of them may be at different levels.
Right.
So understanding them and then putting their goals. Otherwise, it becomes little boring,
Right.
going through the
Absolutely.
complete
Because
training, and they may
right.
lose interest. The engagement into the training is not that great then. So what we have done is we have completely, individualized that way. Also, we have a, path development program, which is inculcated into it. That is whether you are influential leaders or you are a subject matter expert. Now,
Right.
influential leaders would definitely be a leader into their own domain and would be a knowledgeable person in your own domain. For example, if I am a simple nurse, then I am expert into the subject in my own domain. At the same time, if I'm helping others to gain the knowledge or training the interns, that means I'm also a leader, because I can train them, I can manage them. So at my level, I'm also a leader. At the same
Right.
time, subject matter expert is a person who is completely a subject matter expert of, say, nursing domain, and they know A to Z of that domain and can train the whole experienced bunch of staff also. So that
Right.
goes at the level of subject matter expert. So our
Right.
software, we have defined it in this way. And of course, post that, then depending upon their individual skill gap analysis, the competencies are aligned to them in form of various SMART goals, which that they should be going through. And then, they develop themselves. Not only there that we, stop, we follow the Kirkpatrick method, where
Right.
we understand it, then they go ahead, take the training, and post training. Of course, as far as training, they have, those kind of certificates. But when they go on job on the platform and when they perform, then how is their performance is rated by their own managers there. That now
Right.
post training, this is the kind of performance where it was 1, now I can grade her as 4, 5, whatever.
Yes.
So
Right.
it's completely capturing right from skill gap to the performance.
Right.
So that's how our whole software is designed for the success of the organization, because we feel, because majorly in Gulf or American region, this is the way that they analyze things. But I have had a discussion in few of the organizations in healthcare in India, though they are very pioneering organization like yours. But I see that this, in fact, your organization has SMART goal, which you are capturing. If at all they are meeting the SMART goals, you say that it is reflected that they have met their SMART goals, right?
Yes, yes. So we have a process where they define their goals, they give a certain weightage to their goals. And when the mid-year review happens or the final year fiscal year review happens, their manager rates themselves in a star of 5-star rating scale we are following.
Okay.
So by then we have the individual scores, and based on that we rate them in A, B, C, D, and E. So then the bell curve is generated. Then only we proceed with their all the things, the increments, the promotions, and all.
Okay. So we have divided again the SMART goals into 2, actually, as per the Kirkpatrick method, where SMART
Right.
goals are aligned to them. They are going through the training process. And
Right.
once they complete their SMART goal, then
Okay.
the training, it's like basically the rating goes on the performance, not on
Okay.
the training part. So it's a complete
Okay.
holistic development kind of a stuff,
Right.
because only if there is a holistic development, then the person or the individual would or can contribute to the organization goal. Otherwise, they cannot.
Right. Even we are also trying to have an approach of a 360-degree feedback mechanism system in place. But
Mhm.
yes, very new for us. 2 years we have started this performance assessment review in our software.
Mm.
So previously also it was there, but there were many of the manual interventions. But yes, we
Mm.
are digitalizing everything possible right now.
Right. Even our SMART goals is automated. It is not manual. Only the job performance, which obviously the supervisor or manager has to give, it cannot be
Right.
automated. That is the part which is there. So what do you think, if
Yeah.
you have something like this, how it will really affect your organization?
Yes, it will definitely be in a means things would be very transparent. One
Hmm.
thing, because if you see that if there are manual interventions, there are sometimes a subconscious bias coming in terms of the managers or in terms of the employees also.
Hmm.
So yes, it's a good system in place, but yes, we need to review it once because everywhere there is a corporate intervention for us. So we
Hmm.
can take it forward through taking in loop of our corporate office.
I
So because
understand.
they understand the backend processes much better than us because the system is designed and it's a custom designed product with the help of SAP team and PwC team in India.
Correct.
So the backend operations, they are much more expert than us.
Right. And in fact, our, as far as product is concerned, it is basically can be integrated with any third party product, whether it is SAP, whether it is Oracle or any ERP you talk about, it can be
Okay.
integrated. So your HRMS system, directly all the employees can be accommodated into the same, instead getting into the manual stuff directly. The directories can be copied into the LMS or the talent development programs part also.
Okay.
Both the part we can directly integrate it right from the talent
Okay.
development to the LMS, whereby learning development happens. So
Okay.
once it goes through, then the whole process you can see in structured way. So
Okay.
this is how basically we work.
Okay.
So
Fine.
is there any plans of your organization implementing this in the near future?
I can't say means comment on this right now because I have to discuss it with the regional team and the corporate team once, taking in
Right,
loop Mr. Nirud and all. So after that, we can come to a conclusion then.
right. What we would also do is, since we have understood your process very well, and of course you are on a good level, I can say, of implementation of L&D. No doubt about it. At least you have smart goals in place. That is very good, because I've spoken to 3, 4 organizations where even the smart goal was not there, though it is done manually in your case, but at least the definition is there.
No,
So
it's
that,
not manually. It's through the system only. It's through
yeah,
the
but ultimately
software.
the evaluation you're saying is manual, no? For the learning process.
No, no, it's through the software only.
So the learning, it gets automatically it gets updated once a person is achieving the SMART goal.
So I have to feed in my details. So that's the intervention.
Yeah.
Means, for example, I have a design set of KPIs or KRS just for my example. So my target KPI lies how many means new joiners induction session you have conducted. So for in case there is a joining of 80 people, so I have done uh, 79 people I have trained on induction training. For example, this is a small goal for me. So what's that achievement percent? I have to put the data onto the system, and based on that, I will do a self rating first. So I
Hmm.
will, for example, I rate myself 4.
Hmm.
So after that, only my manager will also rate. Then only my grades will be coming out, whether I am a A performer or a B performer or a C performer.
Right, right,
So
right.
this
We
is
are
how the process
discussing this
goes.
on the performance level. For us also,
Right,
the performance level is manual intervention. But when we
right.
are setting SMART goals, we are setting the learning SMART goals first.
Okay.
So
Learning smart goals in the sense.
as per your role, for example, if
Okay.
I am a nurse, right?
Right,
And I have joined from some other organization. For example, I was working with Apollo.
right,
The culture is different.
right,
Maybe the treatments that the organizations give are also different, right?
right.
So the nurse has to go through the kind of treatments that Narayana gives, and has to
Okay,
understand the deep analysis of how the patient care has to be taken care, how the compliance part of the treatment has to be taken care. So many things,
right,
so on and so forth. It goes on.
right,
So as my SMART goal, if I am allocated for a particular unit
right,
as a nurse, so I should know in and out of that particular treatment of that unit,
right.
right? So
Sure.
before that, first thing what happens is the induction program. And before even I start the work, I have to achieve my SMART goal of knowing that unit in and out of the compliance part, of the training part, etc. Because
Right,
induction would take care of the cultural part. but not of the
Right.
technical part or the training part of it. So then my
Okay.
SMART goal is, first I should know about that unit, about the treatment, about the compliances, about the instruments that are being used, etc.
Okay.
Right? And again, patient care, as I said. So that is set as a SMART goal, that first you complete this. Only when you
Okay.
complete this, then only you can go on floor for work.
Okay.
Right?
All
Otherwise,
this,
yeah.
yeah. Right. Please carry on.
Yeah. So you were saying something actually, so I stopped.
Yeah, so yeah, this thing we have a manual intervention. For example, we are doing the inductions and capturing the data and all, but we also have a departmental orientation thing that's happening. It's like just like a buddy program. You are new to the system, so you come to the department. We have an induction process in place, but that is through just your PPT and some handouts and all. Yeah, that thing we have not digitalized or automated because we are still on preparing the modules. For example, when a person is joining admission department, so HR induction gives you a overall view about the company policies, the culture, the vision, mission, and etc., the safety protocols and all. Yes, departmental orientation is still pending with them, how the admission team functions.
Right.
Yes, so we have not yet started in a
Right.
much
So,
structured way.
exactly. So here, when we are setting on the SMART goal, we are setting the SMART goal as per the role, as per the knowledge that person should get. And
Right.
then the KPIs
Okay.
come into picture. And then the performance analysis come
Right.
into picture, where self-rating, manager rating, then head of the department rating, etc. All those things come into picture, which would,
Understood. Understood.
accumulate to the evaluation or the appraisal process.
Right. Right. Understood.
So this is how we go.
Fine.
And over and above, as far as our thing is concerned, even if at all you want to digitalize certain content, say, that you already
Okay.
have, we have a LMS embedded into this talent development software itself, where you can create the trainings, you can create a course for which you want to give the training, and you can embed it with, we have 50 to 80 content development tools, using which it can be developed very easily, which has gamification, a lot of engaging tools. Because if there is gamification, like for example, if I am playing chess and answering the question, it is engaging because I'm winning or losing, I know. Though you're answering the
Yeah.
question,
Right.
but it is in the form of game. Then you
Right.
have a lot of,
Yeah.
you can make the presentations inside the LMS itself,
Okay.
embedded. You can
Right.
have so many other quizzes, games, polls, and so on and so forth, using which
Fine.
things can be done. So this is how
Sure.
basically it functions.
Fine. Absolutely fine.
Right.
So what I would request, if you have something in a kind of a brochure or a template, if you have, so if you
Yeah, we
can
do
share
have.
with us, so that I can loop my corporate team once. So maybe if we can fix a meeting with them and make them clear about the understanding a bit.
Yes, that will be good. That is would be very nice. I think we do have your and Mr. Anirudh's email ID both.
Yeah, it might be Rajesh is having only mine. Also, I think Anirudh sirs they are having. But if in case they
If
are
you
not
can
having, I
share
will
it
just
here in the chat, we can copy it so that
sure, sure, I will share.
I do have Anirudh's ID. I do.
you have both the email IDs, Raji.
Yes, I do have. Yeah.
Okay, and you have phone numbers for both of them.
Yeah. Actually, I initially had a word with Mr. Anurid and he asked me to connect with Somnath for L&D part. That is the reason I have, both the email address as well as contact details.
Okay, you have both for both of them. So what we can do is we will share the details with you, Mr. Somnath,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
then let's see how we can take it ahead. If we can be a partner in the success for your
Sure.
processes, we'll be, because we are completely focused on L&D part only. We can say we are ERP of L&D. Though SAP
Sounds good.
is an ERP of lot of things, but we are a ERP of L&D only.
Okay. Fine.
But
Sure.
in very much, too much in detail.
Sure. And where is this company? Means where are you from located? This Greenfield Solution and all?
As far as Greenfield Solution or the Green LMS is the product of Greenfield Solution, we have
Okay.
offices in India, in Mumbai. We have offices in Ahmedabad. We have office
Okay.
in Muscat or Oman, in Gulf, and in Canada, Whitby.
So this is the Indian company or outside company.
No, it is basically a Canadian company, but also registered in India. The branch is registered in India. So for India, it is definitely an Indian company. Otherwise, it is an international company originating from Canada.
Right. Sounds good. Fine.
Okay, sir. It was really nice talking to you.
Yeah, same this side.
Thank you so much. Rajiv, we would share the details with him and let's see what they have, their suggestions on that.
Sure,
Sure.
I'll do that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Somnath.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
please give our regards to Mr. Anirudh also.
Yeah,
for
sure.
giving
Dr.
us-
Krimap, so he was there busy somewhere. So your good name, ma'am?
My name is Sushma.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
Thank you
Sushma,
so
ma'am.
much for giving us this opportunity to discuss with you, to understand and taking things ahead from here then.
Sure, sure.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks.
so much, Anirudh.
Okay. Bye.
Good day. Thanks. Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye.